Good morning, everyone. I sent this thought to our deacons yesterday, who are just a group of men who have been a tremendous encouragement to me. And so I try to be open and honest with them about what all is going on in my life. And there's nothing that's wrong here, but I wonder if this resonates with you. I've been trying to put my finger on the emotional feeling that's kind of abiding within me throughout really the last couple of weeks. And if you've paid any attention to the news, if you're on social media at all, it seems like wave after wave, and there are 1,000 opinions, and everyone is fighting over something, both literally in the physical world and online. And it's not depression's not the correct word, discouragement's not the correct word. And I was reading in Isaiah chapter 35 yesterday. And when you get to the end of the chapter, just the Lord was able to kind of help me put my finger on it. The feeling is kind of exhaustion, and not just exhaustion, but Isaiah uses the term sighing, just kind of that. I'm at the end of my mental and emotional rope. It seems like I'm exhausted, and I don't really have any words left but to sigh. And I know that that's not just me. I know that is probably many of you as well, where you just kind of throwing your hands up like, what is going on? And at the end of Isaiah 35, this verse just sort of washed over me in the midst of kind of having a day where it just seemed like the news cycle and what I was seeing was just sort of soul crushing. We read this at the very end, verse 10 of Isaiah 35. It says this, "And the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing, and everlasting joy shall be upon their heads, and they shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away." What Isaiah is doing is focusing the attention of the people that he loves on the sureness of their hope, and specifically what that hope will feel like. Coming home with singing. And he says, everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. Not something that's temporary, not something that's fleeting, but everlasting joy will rest upon their heads permanently. It will characterize them. And then he says, they shall obtain gladness and joy. I mean, how much of our gladness and joy here and now is something that is so impermanent? It doesn't last, right? We're granted the pursuit of happiness, but actually obtaining it is another thing entirely. And it says we'll be able to grasp it, to hold on to it. We will obtain gladness and joy permanently. And not only that, but sighing and sorrow, right? That's a perfect description of so much of our emotions in these days. Sighing and sorrow, that exhaustion and that deep ache will flee away forever. That is the hope that is in Christ. We have obtained that. That is ours. There's a song, I know I've been doing a lot of devotionals that were based on songs, and here's another one. There's a song called "Christ is Mine Forevermore," that is a meditation on Isaiah 35:10. The fact that if we belong to Christ, He is ours and we are His. And we possess Him. And so our hope is something it's ours. We possess it. It's not going anywhere. Christ is ours forevermore. And I want to read to you 2 verses, and I'll post the song below. But it's by a group called City of Light. It's called "Christ is Mine Forevermore." And here's some of the words. "Mine are tears in times of sorrow, darkness not yet understood. Through the valley I must travel, where I see no earthly good. But mine is peace that flows from heaven, and the strength in time of need. I know my pain will not be wasted, because Christ completes His work in me. Mine are days here as a stranger, pilgrim on a narrow way. One with Christ I will encounter harm and hatred for His name. But mine is armor for this battle, strong enough to last the war. And He has said He will deliver me safely to the golden shore." And kind of the main idea of the song is a quote from Isaiah 35. "And mine are keys to Zion's city." It's a biblical term for everlasting heaven. Mine are keys to Zion's city, where beside the King I walk. For there my heart has found its treasure. And you would think that the next words would speak about treasure in heaven, but that's not what it says. It says, for there my heart has found its treasure. Christ is mine forevermore. I am praying today that Christ will be real to you, that the hope that you possess in him will sustain you through the darkness of today and whatever is to come, because he is ours forevermore. I love you. We will see you at 7 p.m. tonight. God bless you.